Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today I'm going to show you what we stocked up on this week and a little bit of what we stocked up on last week. If you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Tori. I am a wife, mother of 3 now, and we live here in beautiful northern Colorado. My baby is just around a week old, and I want to thank everyone for all of your positive thoughts and all of the well wishes on the birth vlog. I will link that in my description box. That's on the other channel. But again, if you're new here, we do prepared life on a budget. We like to take it slow, take it sensible, and really just think about why we're prepping and why we're stocking up. So we chat a lot about that on the channel. And if you're into that kind of thing, definitely give us a subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, I snuck off. I'm in the kids' room with the baby. Again, if you want to see her or the process of giving birth, definitely check out the birth vlog. But I wanted to just talk about stocking up this week and what we're stocking up on. So I've had a few requests to kind of like narrow it down into categories, but because of the chaos of the week, I just have a stock up for this week and last week. So I have things for the baby that we stocked up on. I have some food items. I have some gardening items as well, and just some things that could get us by in a pinch. So we weren't really focusing on anything specific, and I know a lot of you do that too. So I hope these are helpful, and I know a lot of you enjoy these kinds of hauls. So I would like to still do one once a week or so, and I think that's what I'm gonna do just to keep up the videos while I'm on this little maternity leave. I am a stay-at-home mom if you're new here, so yes, it's not I don't know, it's not too wild yet, but we shall see. So I'm not going to talk your ear off, but I am going to get you turned around and show you what we were picking up, because I think these are affordable and I think they're sensible, and they don't have to be used for just a baby or just a family of 5. So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind. As always, I want to know what you're stocking up on this week. Alrighty, here it is. I'm going to show you my food haul after this, so this is kind of 2 separate ones. I just didn't want to complicate it, but let's start over here. We got some diatomaceous earth, and we use this for our chickens. I use it in gardening, and whenever it's on sale, I grab it. It comes with the duster, but I just really like it as is. I just sprinkle it on anything. When I worked in the brewing industry, they actually filter beer through diatomaceous earth, which is essentially like ground up fish, is my understanding. So when we had like vegans come in, plant-based people, and ask why our beer wasn't vegan, that's why, because they filter it through that. It's a cheap way to filter it, but it has so many different uses. Let me know if you have diatomaceous earth and what you use it for. But this was on sale for $9, which normally it's $25. So let me know where you get your, Dimec, and that's what they called it in the brewing industry. But let me know if you find it on sale. Of course, there's Amazon and other areas where you can get these, but diatomaceous earth stocked up on that, and I believe everyone can use that, honestly, even if you're not a gardener or a chicken keeper, a keeper of birds like us. Next up, my mom did come. So my mom is the queen of preparedness. That's probably where I get it from. My dad happens to be the king of gadgets. So combined, they make a very good prepared person. And I think that's where I get that sense from. I'm definitely not as organized as them, though. Hopefully it will come with age. But yes, some extra garden gloves. You can never go wrong with these. And of course, you can use them in another areas. You can put them in your bug out bag, but a good pair of gloves are awesome to have, in my opinion. Next up, this was actually from my aunt, but I am trying to switch everything digital to paper just so I have some copies. I'm going to have both, obviously, but just in case. And this is a guide to preserving. Of course, there are different recipes that you can do, and a lot of them are just kind of in my head, but in the event of, I don't know, losing my mind, I would like to have something written down. That sounds a little daunting, right? But my husband actually has expressed interest in trying to preserve, so hopefully this will be helpful. I picked through it. The recipes look amazing. If you want to see more canning content, let me know. I love it. I love canning. Next up, these were on sale for $2 at my Baumgars, and they're just flour sacks, so you can use this for a ton of stuff. I like to make greens juice, and I like a little lower of a thread count, but I like to make greens juice, or you can even make cheese, and and let these bags drip. And I think that's, I don't know, it really depends on what kind of bags you like. Of course, they could be mesh, but there's a lot that you can do with these, and it's a set of 6. They're 30 by 30, so I just like having extra towels on hand, extra linens, things like that. I think that's important, and if you just keep it simple and cheap, I think it will go a long way. I know it seems so basic, but having extra linens is very important. Next up, Castile soap. I got some more Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. This is the baby unscented, 18-in-1 uses. There's more than that, to be honest with you. Sometimes I even like to use the baby unscented to just rinse off my eggs. And I'm going to do a big egg video, I think, coming up because we have so many of them. I'm going to show you different ways you can preserve them. But I just put a little bit in here. Not necessary. A lot of people don't wash their eggs, and that's totally fine, but we have ducks and they're super messy, and not to get graphic or gross, but you never know what you're going to find on those eggs, and I don't really find it helpful when I'm cracking that disgustingness into a pan. So I do wash my eggs, and again, if you don't, that's totally fine, but I do, and you know, a half a teaspoon in the water goes a long way. So what I do is just do a big batch of eggs, wash them up. I make sure none are floating to the top. That tells me that they're sour. So if they do float to the top, I don't throw them out. I usually actually crack my egg in a hole in the garden and then plant something into it. You could do tomatoes, which work really well with that. And it just gives that plant extra nutrients, extra calcium, and you know, you're not wasting an egg. So yes, that is what I'm going to do. That's another video coming up here soon. Next on the list, cashew powder. Sometimes I get peanut butter powder. It really just depends, peanut powder. But PB2 had a sale, and this is all from Natural Grocers. So I also got some Indian Healing Clay, and then I also got some Rocky Mountain Spring Water. I got 2 of these and drank one in the car because if you know anything about postpartum recovery and breastfeeding, the thirst is just, you know, you never can come prepared. I had like 3 water bottles in the car, but yeah, I grabbed one of these. These are kind of expensive. We've talked about it before, but any way I can store water is my idea of a good time, to be honest with you. I find it very intriguing and a little scary at the same time if we were to lose our water supply, but that is why we prepare. And that is my number one thing I tell everybody that is starting out. Start with water and some of your favorite foods. I think that's the best way to start. Of course, there's medicines and other things, but water is key. So find different mechanisms to store water in. Back to the cashew powder. This is great because you can make different dips and flavorings with this. If you're plant-based or dairy-free, you can make a nice cheese sauce with this if you want to, but it's just nice to have. It's like a shelf-stable, I guess, dip base for us. Next up on the list is some wipes, and this was for the baby, but we just like to stock up on wipes every now and again just because they can dry out and all you need is some water to rehydrate them. But we like Millie Moon. We enjoy this brand. We do the sensitive wipes, but it doesn't have any, you know, chlorine in this. I don't believe there's any alcohol, and I just think it's great for baby skin, but you could also use it for a variety of things. I always have wipes in my purse, so I think it's important to always have wipes on hand, but that is just me. And yeah, I think that's it. So this is it for the kind of miscellaneous items that I've stocked up on in the last 2 weeks. And then I will show you some food items. I will let you know we're getting back to the basics because honestly, I just want to keep it as simple as possible down there, especially when we're preparing to move across the country. If you're new here, that might be happening in the next year or two. So I don't want to create this gigantic stock right now, but let me get you flipped around and I will show you what I got in the kitchen. Here's my short but sweet little list here. I just went to Walmart. It was the easiest thing for my budget, and I already switched some of the wild rice into a jar, but I got organic extra virgin olive oil. I like the cold extracted, and Walmart offers that at a good price. This is under $8, I believe, but they have avocado oils and things like that. I try and stay away from seed oils, but even olive oil has some issues, so I'm trying to switch us over to some shelf-stable ghee, which we can make make on our own, and maybe some more tallows and duck fats and things like that. But that is slowly but surely happening. I'm new to the meat and dairy game. If you're new here, I was plant-based vegan for a very long time. So yes, I'm getting back into it and trying to be respectful of my health as well as the treatment of animals. So that's a really hard balance to find these days. Next up, we got some coffee. I'm going to transfer that to Mylar. I've seen someone do it and it just lasts longer is what I've heard. You could also transfer it to a mason jar and suck out all the air, but coffee is essential for us. Of course, in the event of an emergency, are we going to be chugging coffee? But no, it's just one of those simple pleasures that I talk about, and it's nice to have in the event of an emergency. My husband picked up his protein powder. I'm not a protein powder type of gal, but he works in law enforcement and he needs to keep his self healthy and trim, as well as me. You know, I'm a mom, but I feel like it's important to have. So he has some isotope whey isolate. I, again, don't know a lot about this kind of thing, but yeah, he picked up an extra box bag, whatever. What is this? Vessel of protein powder, and it was on sale. I got some wild rice, and again, I was in search of those beluga lentils. I really enjoy them, but this will do. I think it will be super delicious. Oh, I hear someone stirring up here, so let me wrap this up for everybody. I got some organic quick cut steel cut oats because I am, you know, in my breastfeeding days. It's really great for milk production. Not necessary, but I went into my stash of oats and made some lactation cookies. So yeah, that's why I got this. But of course, you can use oats for so many different things. You should check that out. You could even, you know, feed them to whatever animal you may have out there. So think outside of the box. When you're prepping like basic ingredients like this. Who can you feed with random items like this? And then my Rouse marinara, it was on sale for $3, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Probably should have grabbed more, but that's okay. I really love canning my own sauce, but I also really love this homemade Rouse sauce, and I've heard it called so many different things, so sometimes I call it Rayos. But yes, that is my food haul, and that was my random haul. Again, let me know what you're stocking up on. I'm always curious and a little nosy as to what's going on around the world with prices and things of that nature. Alrighty, my friends, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this week's stock up. Again, let me know what you're stocking up on. Thank you so much for all of your positive thoughts, well wishes, and prayers. It was just amazing. We had such a beautiful experience, and we're so happy that our sweet Amelia is here. And I think that's going to be it. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Give this video a big thumbs up. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, y'all.